Tapealert, 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 Tapealert.
So I bet. So, I was back from there, back and forth to my stool, but then it came to a point I was barely in my stool. I was always there. Like, I'll be in the lab for 3-4 days.
So what's that like? Boom, you just come in. You come in, they want you.
Basically was coming in, the next time I came back, that's when I got, I was coming back for a playing Joyce, and then at the time he started working with Remo The Hitmaker. Let me tell you something. Remo. When I came in the stool and I heard something playing, and I said, what the fuck is that?
Crazy.
That boy is a problem. I was like, at that time, I was intimidated, like, yo, I can't. But it was just, we both had different sounds, And
it was the name too. Probably the name.
Yeah. And he was, and most of the time, it was, fired. He, shout out to Rima. That's my little brother. I speak to till today. Matter of fact, I'm his best man at his wedding. He's getting married in January.
When was the major joints he came out, like he produced?
He did a lot of that Webstar, Dancing on Me. Dance, he did all that. Yep, all those. That was him. You know how it was in the game.
That whole Harlem.
Yeah.
That shit. Okay.
A lot of people who didn't know he was the one that produced it. He produced those.
Young Ma too. I mean, what's her name? Young Ma?
But yeah, what was her name?
What's her name?
The chicken noodle soup.
Young B. Chicken noodle soup.
Yeah.
Soda on the side.
Yeah.
Oh, he produced that too?
I don't think he did that one. Did he do that one?
He had Monique's Room.
Somebody put that.
Yeah, he did Monique's Room for Fred. He did Monique's Room. Yeah. He did the joint with him and Jada Kiss. Toast.
Yeah.
Toast It Up. Yeah. Did that. Toast to that.
Toast it. Oh.
Yeah.
That joint's fine.
Remo worked with a lot of people. Chris Brown. He worked with a lot of people. Like, majority artists you could think of he worked with. I feel like he ain't get that time to really be like, he's there. He got it. He's there. It's just.
That's the politics side.
Yeah, that's the politics side. But let me tell you, anything he touches,
golden.
It's golden.
You already done did.
He made artists. He made people rappers who was even rappers. Hits, regular people, joints hitting radios, and you know what I'm saying. Remo's a dope producer. I just feel like they just ain't give him the flowers he deserve yet. You know what I'm saying? But he'll get it.
Well, with that is the political. You gotta it be the right move at the right time, and then boom.
Yeah.
After that, you can't be stopped.
Exactly.
It's just at the right time. I'm sure he working. I know he in the lab.
Yeah.
That's what we do. You can't get to that point.
No, he's still in the lab. That boy live in the lab.
He was in Paid in Full too.
Yeah, he was the kid that played his Mitch little brother.
Oh, he played Mitch little brother.
That's Remo.
Oh, okay. Shout out to Remo. What up, man? That's what's good. So, what's the difference with engineering today, engineering and producing today, and what's changed in the last decade in the business as far as
the business?
Yes, the business.
Back in the days, engineers was really glorified. Engineers was getting that bag. Engineers was getting them points on them albums. They got engineers for back in the days that's living like rappers right now.
Yeah, I remember
they was getting
200,000, 300,000 a beat.
Yeah, but that's producing. I'm talking about engineers who was just mixing. Them dudes was getting the bag back in the days. Now I feel like engineers is not getting what they deserve, and the engineer is the one who gives that sound, that sonically that sound. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
Even
the
producing, I feel like the bag is different.
Yeah.
When I was working with iWest, he was getting $40,000-$50,000 a track. $40,000-$50,000 a track. Now you lucky if you get $2,500.
Wow.
$3,000. Don't get me wrong, they got top scale producers. I know producers right now. Shout out to The Breed. They did they just got that new record out with Timmy. I Do.
Mm-hmm.
They did that record. They produced Chris Brown, well, et cetera, et cetera. But my main point is they getting 15 to 20,000 a record, and that's on the R&B. I think producers in R&B, like they're getting a different type of money. Rap,
Nah.
you lucky if you even get it up front.
Oh, wow.
For real.
Why do you think it's like that?
I feel it got oversaturated. Everybody, at a point, everybody wants to be a producer. You know, now dudes was just giving rappers beats. They was just excited to know this rapper gonna get on the joint. They was just giving it to them. Yo, I watch it. I watch dudes come in and drop on a artist 40, 50 beats. Yo, use whatever you want.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So now when you come in, you got some heat. Like, yeah, yo, I want to use this. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's going to be 2,000. Why would I give you 2,000? I got this dude right here cooking heat.
Facts.
He gave me like 40, 50 beats. I could make a whole project of this.
So that goes back to knowing your worth.
Knowing your worth.
Knowing your worth.
Yeah.
Setting your price and standing on it.
Yeah.
Jay said that. Setting your price and standing on it because it's oversaturated.
Yeah,
and that causes inflation.
Yeah, it's very oversaturated.
Yeah.
You know, everybody, it was before you had to buy all this equipment. Now you could just go and buy Fruit Loops for $100, put on a PC. Dude don't have to have notes. He ain't got to know how to play keys or bang pads. He's just clicking some dots. Nothing to take away from him. You know what I'm saying?
They just slide it over.
They just dope. They don't get me wrong. They some dope programmers. They
ain't no real talent.
I won't even say talent because you still have to have some type of air musically. So I don't take it away because I know some dope producers. They don't have to touch a keyboard or a pad or nothing, and they'll bang some shit on it.
But
you know what I'm saying?
Came from the bottom. They came from.
Yeah.
You know, really, you got to get an ear for that. I mean, you know, you can be born with it too.
Yeah, you got to have.
But you definitely got to come from the bottom to be a dude to just be like, okay, this.
Yeah. You got to have some type of
background.
Yeah, music background.
Something.
Exactly. You're not gonna just go and buy a program. You're gonna just click in your hits. Nah.
And it's not. You got to come from the bottom.
Like that. No,
learn how to use it.
Yeah, and then from there, you know, so yeah, back to that. Yeah, it's just different. The sound is different. The way business is handled now is different. The internet changed it. Matter of fact, let's get to that. The internet changed the game. The internet.
It's ridiculous.
Like it came to a point, you know. It was a gift and a curse at the same time. At first, it was a curse because it was taking away a lot. But till they figured it out, it was a gift. You know, a lot of artists started realizing, shit, they could crank out their own music and put it out. They ain't need no label. They could get it out into the world for people to hear it. You know, it's coming to a point now that people really realizing you don't need the label. You know, you don't need that.
You put the product out right to the
you could put to the consumer. Yeah, you could put the product right out. And I think low key it's becoming a scarce for them because a lot of artists is getting real acknowledged. A lot of people's knowledge. A lot of these artists now, when they come into their last album on that product, they ain't gonna need them.
That's right. Because you're building your own audience, and that's the way it's going.
I feel like
it's on the internet.
I feel like if you're an artist and you build something up, I'm not signing a regular deal with you. We could do a joint venture. We could do a joint venture, but I'm not just doing a regular artist deal with you. We're gonna do a joint venture with my company. Because you'll be able to stay in control.
And that's what you want to do. That's
you want to stay in control. You know what I mean? We got artists right now that's just they can't do what they want to do. You know what I mean? And
that's what you always say. I wasn't able to do what I wanted to do. They have me on the shelf. I wanted to do this song. I wanted to put this song in this project. And do that. That's the same song.
So if the label don't want you to do a song with this artist, you know how many artists that got songs with certain label they pull the record? It's crazy.
What be the reasons for that? Like, why do they do that?
Like you said, a lot of that should be politics.
Politics. We want you to sound like this. We're gonna put the background on this.
Or this label don't agree. Nah, we ain't doing that.
When engineering, And somebody sends you over files or whatever. Somebody sends you a project to engineer. What are some of the most problems you come across?
All right, so I'm gonna be funky. When it comes to really the technical mixing and mastering, I don't really get in depth with that. I go to the mixing and mastering. I really cut my own records, you know, how I want it to sound sonically. I got my own personal engineer I deal with, and mixed it. Shout out to Ant Mixed It. He mixing mostly 95% of anything that's coming out hip hop in the industry.
Wow.
We're talking about Sleepy Hollow. We're talking about Chef G, Bobby. He did Bobby Hot Nigga. He did Bobby Hits Rowdy, Cass. He done every rap he done. He mixes all their records. Shout out to Ant. I developed that relationship through with slowbucks when I was working with slowbucks. I met Ant through that, and we've been like family from then. So he plays a major part in my career right now too.
How'd you come in? How'd you meet slowbucks? How'd that come about?
Man, that's through my cousin Chinx. Shout out to Chinx. And my manager slash Chinx is my cousin, and Nigel's my cousin too through family marriage. Nigel Sparks, who managed The Breed. They're all from Queens. So at the time when they was already slowbucks, they had just started a label and they was gonna do music. And he kept telling them like, yo, I got a cousin who do music. I got a cousin do music. But it was all time, and it was like, yo, bring him around. At the time was just bad timing not to get around to a point. I actually got around there. I actually sat and met with Bucks. Shout out to Bucks. That's my brother.
Oh, shout out to Bucks, bro.
Bucks.
Thing, bro.
Bucks put me in a great position over there. You know what I'm saying? He really put me like.
So for those who don't know, it's Slow and Bucks.
Yes, it's two of them.
Okay.
At the point they thought it was just one, it's two of them.
Word, 'cause like,
Slow is the one that's out there, that's in the camera. You see Slow.
Okay.
Bucks, you see him, but Bucks is still kind of, you know what I mean?
Okay.
A little low key. But who knows? You know what I mean? But shout out to them. Shout out to Bucks. It was a great situation for me. What made it a great situation for me is that I got to meet and work with some dope artists. Some of y'all favorite artists. Every artist who came to New York, came through the Slowbucks.
what artists who?
I'm talking about the Young Thugs. I'm talking about the Yo Gottis, the Future, Meek. Man, God rest that P for Mobb Deep.
Oh, word?
Bootsy.
Rest in peace of Prodigy, bro.
Mano, Nicki.
Nicki Olin.
Bro, Dirk. Rich Homie Quan at the time. Bobby Rowdy. Everybody was in there.
That's what's
Yeah,
up.
everybody's in there. I got to work with everybody. I got to record. I cut records with a lot of them dudes.
What joints you producing?
A lot of records I didn't really get to.
They didn't make the cut.
Well, I wouldn't even say. Well, we could say the same. They didn't really get to come out. Some of them came out on the Slowbucks projects, which was dope.
Which
Shout out
ones
to
is
them.
those, man? Because they can come out now.
God Bless the Dead. I did joints with Chinx.
Oh, word.
Chinx came on
Shout
the
out to
project.
Chinx.
Yeah,
Rest in
Chinx.
peace, bro.
Who else? Future. Prodigy.
You remember any of the names? Telling them
The
tracks
record.
so they could
Well, the Prodigy was, shout out to my boy Trilogy. He produced that. But I was able to cut the record. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Trilogy. Trilogy is another dope producer. Did a lot of. He's the one that did the Soul Brooklyn for Casanova.
Okay.
Yeah,
Dope.
I'm a different producer. I'm shout out producers. I let people know I'm not like that. You know what I'm saying? I give people their flowers.
Word.
You put in that work, that's what you did. You know, he did Soul Brooklyn, which was I was hyped for him when that came out because Trilogy had a sound that needed to be heard. So shout out to Trilogy. Yeah, I love collabing.
Okay.
Like I don't take all the flowers for stuff.
Now-
I collab with a lot of, at the time when I was there, I had my company which was called Frat Boys, and I had Sav the Genius. Shout out to Sav the Genius. Right now he's doing his own thing, artist, producer. He's a dope producer. D-Stacks, it started with me and D-Stacks, which is the one who did, he did 95% of the first Project A Boogie.
Oh, okay.
All them joints that, the hits was him.
Oh, okay.
So
He
shout
produced
out.
all of those.
He produced all of those.
Oh,
shout out to D-Stacks from the Bronx. Yeah, I love to collab. I feel like your ideas could run but so far.
Was it like that back in the days, or was it like that now because of the...
Oh, it's like that right now.
See,
Right now,
that's growth.
right now I'm working with my team. Right now is Usual Suspects as well. That's my boys from Sweden. Shout out to
shout
Serve
out to
and
Sweden.
Slay. You know what I'm saying? We all bang records. We bounce ideas off each other, send it back and forth. You know, it's like people got to realize it's not all. It takes a team.
Yes, sir. I was just about
I don't
to
feel
ask you
nobody should be selfish in this game. You know, a lot of
can't
people
be.
try to do stuff themselves. Then there's a lot of dudes who's doing the stuff that's not doing the records.
that. Yeah.
You know, they just the face, but they ain't giving them the producers under them no love.
Well, listen.
You know, they taking all the flowers and the glory. Like, come on, man.
That usually stand in the front, but on the back end, relationships are strong.
Yeah, relationships
you
are
build
strong.
with people and you connect.
Yeah.
Your network long. That's the long term. That's not that short term fast. You know what I mean? 'Cause that burn out if you ain't doing no relationships. You gotta
Yeah,
build relationships.
exactly,
'Cause you can be up now and down a week from now, whenever.
Yeah.
So you definitely need to connect with people.
Yeah.
The right people.
The right people.
The right
Shout out to, you know, to my team. You know, at the time, I met them on IG when I was with Slowbucks. They used to send me a whole lot of joints. I was like, yo, these dudes is fire. They sound like Justice League. They had some heat. They make their own samples and all that fire.
Gang, 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 gang.